What is up guys, Sonduren Fanarredha here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to properly clean and lubricate your motorcycle chain. So we're in lockdown right now, and what better time when you're not doing anything to go ahead and do some maintenance on your motorcycle. Today I'm going to be showing you how to properly clean and lube your motorcycle chain really easy in your garage at home. I have all the products here and I'm going to be listing them in the description box down below. We basically have the Motul chain clean and Motul chain lube. Thank you Motul for providing these. As well, you're going to also need this chain cleaner, this brush. This is going to help you make sure you get around all the ends of the chain link. I highly recommend some gloves. Trust me, as you get older, you're going to realize all these chemicals mess you up, especially for my hands. I have eczema, so I wear some gloves. And then you're gonna need some sort of dirty rag because this is gonna be messy. I have not cleaned this chain since I bought this motorcycle. So it's been a while. It looks pretty caked on. There's a lot of dirt, a lot of gunk. There's a lot of rust actually on this chain as well. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, clean the chain properly, make sure we get the maximum life out of the chain and then lubricate it to protect it. So I just put on my gloves. I have my motorcycle as well. If you can, it's just so much easier. I have it on the stand. This is the rear stand here. It just lifts the entire bike up, makes it a lot easier to go ahead and work on. So I highly recommend you put it on a stand, and that way you have access to the wheel, to the chain, and make sure the bike is in neutral. So you have all this here. You can see we're free running this. Do not, when you're doing this, I know you may think, can't I just turn on the motorcycle and have this run in here? Don't do it. It's not worth it. Look online for some really horrific stories. Better be safe than sorry. We're just gonna do it the manual way like this. So I see this chain, and what you can also do while you're here is go ahead and inspect it. See if there's any damage to the sprocket, see if there's any damage to the chain, see if there's any slack. You know, this chain is actually looking decent. It's just a bit dirty and I haven't washed it or lubricated it. So really, the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and take the chain clean, and this is the Motul chain clean again, and we're gonna be spraying down the entire chain. And what I personally like to do is let it stay for about a minute or two. I'm gonna go ahead and respray it lightly again. Then we're gonna be using our chain clean brush. I'm gonna show you how you're gonna do this very easily. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead, shake the can a little bit, and I'm gonna start spraying just over here. Because I do wanna get a bit of the sprocket here. I'm just spraying this like so, nothing major. Great. You can also as well go ahead and put your rag here because it's gonna start getting really dirty. I'm gonna put the rag here just like this, and it's gonna be difficult because the wheel's gonna be moving. Honestly, it is gonna get a little bit messy and there's kind of no way around that, and you're gonna have to clean everything up later. So now I've gone ahead, it's soaked, I have my brush. I'm gonna go ahead, just put my brush in like this. That's what it's designed for. I'm gonna go ahead and start scrubbing, just like this. And you're gonna notice it has bristles here for the face of the chain. It's also got bristles on the side. So you're gonna be able to go ahead and clean really all parts of the chain with this brush. You're not gonna do this by hand, it's gonna be way too difficult. It's just much easier doing it like this. So another thing you're probably gonna notice is that it only cleans the 3 sides of the chain, and we're doing it like this, which means the opposite side facing the tire is not being rubbed and cleaned. So all we're gonna do is just change the position, put it upside down like this. That ensures the top bristles gets the opposite side of the chain. So we're just gonna go ahead, scrub this down again, opposite side, just to get the entire chain clean on every angle. So we've gone ahead, the entire chain's now been brushed. What I'm gonna do, it's still a little bit wet. I'm gonna take my rag and I'm gonna start really rubbing down the chain completely. And we just wanna get it, all that kind of gunk, look at that already. It's all coming off. We wanna get all that gunk off of the chain here. So I'm just rubbing it down. And we're gonna do one more pass after this initial rub. I just really wanna get the majority of that gunk off that came off with the brush. So just make sure you get all sides of it. And I'm just pulling across the chain. You can also just move the tire if that's easier for you. Just get the tire moving just like that. And we're just gonna rub the chain clean, get all that gunk off, and you can see it's getting really dirty. And obviously I picked a white towel, which is probably not the ideal towel to get, but you can pick whatever towel works for you. That's fine. This is my dirty shop towel anyway. and gray. And we can see it looks already much cleaner, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna now go to a clean side of the towel, and I'm just gonna give the entire chain one more spritz of the chain cleaner. So I'm gonna go ahead, again, like I did previously, but now I'm gonna go ahead and just give it another spritz of the chain cleaner, just like this. And I'm doing it from the top so that hopefully a lot of the gunk is just coming down here. So I just gave it a nice spritzing again. It was originally clean still, and now I'm gonna go ahead and just rub all the additional dirt off of it. And you can see we're still getting lots of dirt, and that's why we're doing this, right? It's still very dirty. And now we're just moving across the chain just like this. Make sure you catch, again, all sides of the chain. Switch, look at that, filthy. Switch sides again, switch it to another piece of your rag. And just wipe all this down. So once we're done this, another good idea is you have this little brush here at the tip of this, and this is meant really for the sprocket area here. So what I like to do as well is just give it a little spritz on the sprocket, just quickly like that. And I'm gonna go ahead and just rub this, just the sprocket down, just a little bit. So we just cleaned the chain. It looks really good now, especially compared to what it looked like before. The next important part is actually lubricating the chain. What I've done, number one, is I've gone ahead and covered the tire because you don't want any lubricant getting on the tire that can potentially cause a slip up. And then number two, you want to be light on it. So I'm using, again, the Motul C2 chain lube. This I've used previously before. I thought it worked really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this lightly over the chain, moving the chain across as I move the tire across. So let me go ahead and start that. So I'm just gonna give it a shake. And again, light lube. You don't need too much, don't overdo it here. I'm spraying down on the chain. Just lightly, you're gonna coat the chain like this. That's it. You don't want too much because that can cause fling and get everywhere when you're actually riding. So that is how you properly clean your motorcycle chain and lubricate it. If this video was helpful, make sure you give it a like and make sure you also subscribe to the channel. Over 25,000 subscribers, which is amazing. So I wanna say thank you guys so much again. The chain looks really great. I'm really happy how it turned out. Obviously, this is gonna make sure that the life stays up with the chain. If you like anything, motorcycles, cars, detailing, make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.